Alright guys, welcome back. Second step in the correction stage. This is going to be the polishing. Very similar to correction. Going to use a finishing pad, 5-inch microfiber from Meguiar's, quarter cable polisher here. CarPro Essence. I've already talked a little bit about this, so I will spare you. But we're going to do a medium speed, probably 5 at the most, but maybe 4. Gonna fill in anything that I didn't get, but most of it is fine. This will leave a little bit of protection. Alternatively, you can use a regular finishing polish as well. There's so many out there. So just do a test spot and everything else. Alright guys, finally finished with my second step. So CarPro Essence is all done on the roof and the rear. I did the spoiler as well, that turned out well. And I actually polished the BMW logo on the rear really quick. But that leads me to my next point. This shadow line trim, this is a 5-inch pad. Honestly, way too big for this, but I taped it off. And if I kind of work the pad at the right angle, I can get some of it. And all I did was just get a polishing or finishing pad with some finishing polish, Windshield 3500 Super Finish. So that's what I'm going to be using for the trim here. I'm not going to be able to get here just because that is too much of an angle and I don't want to open the window, and I don't think it's going to be worth it to try to get that area. But I'm going to try to get here where it's a little bit thicker. I think I can, fit the polisher here and then along the top. There is shadow line trim at the edge of the roof, between the roof and the pillar here. So that was done fine. That was included in the 2 steps. So that polished out perfectly. It really wasn't that bad, but I do want to get along the mirrors and all that. So I'm going to try this. As I mentioned, if you have a 3-inch pad or anything smaller, one of those Roof's Agrid Nanos would honestly be so perfect here, but I don't have it. So the reason I'm going to be doing this is not only to kind of finish off the car here, but also I'm going to be putting the coating on this because this is painted. It's a painted cleared surface, and any trim that you want to sort of dress up or seal, I got a coating for the trim, but that's for plastic and rubber. So that's going to be for the rubber here, any rubber along the windows, anything like that. That's what the other coating's for. This I'm going to coat the same as I coat the paint. So I want to give it a quick little polish because it's going to be locked in there. So let's get started. Hopefully I have a little bit of luck here. Whoops, it would help if I plugged in my polisher. So I'm just going to start off really slow. That's what she said. And that's probably all right. Okay, well that's about as good as I expected. A few little love marks still in there, but given the way that the polisher is, it's not going to contact it as well as it could, especially here. Some of the polisher is touching the glass, so the trim piece here is going to be harder to do. I guess I could open the door, but I think I might be satisfied with that result. I'm not trying to, honestly, I understand that this is really not ideal by any means. So that's the trim for you. I'm going to do the other side, and that's going to be it for the paint correction. Okay, almost forgot. Last thing I'm going to do here besides the trim is the rear lights. The front ones have X-Bell, so I'm not going to touch those, but just a quick polish step. Hopefully you can see in the light, oops, there's some just same love marks, scratches. It's not horrible, but it could use just a kind of a quick over, once over polishing step. All right, this light is complete. There's still a few small ones there. Hopefully it looks a little, better to you guys, but sort of just, like I said, working with what I got here. The light is good. I can come over here. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see it. Turn this light on. Or not. Probably not going to unless there's focus lighting, but. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching the correction and polish portion of the video series. The next step for me is going to be doing C-Quartz UK on the entire car, on top of the wrap, on top of everything, except for the trim and the windows and the headlights and stuff like that. So that's going to be the next video, so stay tuned for that. Subscribe if you want to see more. Let me know if I missed anything in the comments. I will put all of the stuff I used down below, as well as a link to my website and a bunch of the product links as well if you want to buy them. I use a lot of CarPro stuff and the Manzurna stuff and McGuire's as well. Obviously, you saw pretty much everything. I will try to put in the microfiber stuff as well because I get a lot of questions on those. So make sure you get the CarPro eraser on the entire car because this stuff does dust when you do a paint correction. So before you do a coating especially, you want to make sure that there's literally nothing there that you're going to end up coating over. You don't want any dust, you don't want any particles of anything at all, of course. Same thing with waxing, but with a coating it's, the chemicals, or you're working with different kind of chemicals, so you want to be extra careful if you can. So stay tuned for that. Once again, thanks so much for watching. Like the video, it makes a big difference. I put a lot of effort into this paint correction as well as the video itself. It takes a lot of extra time to film, try to get good angles and sort of explain everything to you guys, but this is actually my second round of doing a full paint correction, so hopefully I'm getting good at it. Let me know what you think, and I will see you guys next time.